Veranda Learning Solutions, they have acquired JK Shah Education for 338 crore. The entire transaction will be funded through a combination of debt and equity. And just to alert our viewers, JK Shah Classes have had a very strong record of producing 1,870 CA rankers since 2001. And some of their notable alumni include Kumar Mangalam Birla, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal, Dinesh Shah of Kotak Mahindra AMC. To discuss this acquisition and the outlook going ahead, we have Kalpathi S. Suresh, Chairman and ED at Veranda Learning Solutions. Thank you very much for joining in. This is Rima here. Can you tell, this acquisition of JK Shah, we have the revenues of JK Shah for last year, 94 crore. Could you tell us the gross margins of JK Shah and what the company did in terms of bottom line and the synergies that you see?
Thank you, Rima. We are very excited to be aligning our efforts with one of the most iconic brands in the chartered accountant training industry in the country, with over 3 decades of history. And as you mentioned, with alumni who are the who is who in India, we are extremely proud to be aligning with them to build it bigger. For FY22, their margins were about 30 crores. FY23 expected is about 35. So this is happening at a multiple of 10 times EBITDA. Based on FY25, this is happening at about 4 times discounted FY25 profitability.
Okay.
The synergies that we see in this acquisition are, I would first to qualify that Veranda is aligning with JK Shah to be the accelerator and the enabler of their plans. The first is to expand JK Shah from the current 68 locations where they exist to 350 to 400 locations in India over the next 3 years, make them as big as they are in Maharashtra in the top 15 states in the country. That would be one of the first part of the strategy. The second one is to make them the best online CA platform in India. We own a very native, very technologically high-end LMS platform that would now be leveraged to make the JK Shah CA online platform the best in the country. The third area of focus will be to extend their content, their expertise and dominance in the chartered accountant education industry to company secretary, to cost accountant, to CPA, to possibly BCom and MCom supplementary education. So we clearly see this as something where there are 2 strong players who are coming together, one with proven expertise in subject matter and having delivered very high quality education, and Veranda platform as a technologically high-end platform.
Okay, all right, Mr. Suresh, just to confirm that number, you said for this year, the acquired asset will give you a bit of around 35 crores, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. On the bottom line, is it net profit making?
Yes, it is. The business is zero debt. Okay. It's got about 70 crores of cash in the company. Okay. So this is a very strong business with an extremely strong balance flow.
Okay, all right. You've also put out a clause out there that you'll be acquiring around 76% and 24%, that's the balance, will be based on the turnover in the coming year, in between 2024 and 2025. But you've not given that turnover number. What is that number?
It is based on a multiple of profit that is achieved at that time.
What is that?
It is based on about 9.5 times multiple on their profitability 3 years from now. And that would be basis of valuation for the balance 24%. Another point I think that's great to highlight here is the business has been built under the strong leadership of Mr. JK Shah over the last 35 years. We see this continuing into the future. Right. He will continue to lead the business. And Vishal and Pooja will be the joint chief operating officers who have already been involved in the business for over 3 to 4 years.
Can you break up this acquisition cost of 338 crore in terms of how much debt and how much equity and how will you fund it? Can you tell us what is the cash on your books and the debt on your books to fund this?
Currently, it is being put together as combination of debt and equity.
Right.
The equity component that's going in is over 200 crores. This is a part of the fundraise that the company just completed a few days ago in the EGM, which was approved by the members. The balance is coming from debt. Veranda itself is debt-free with about 35 crores of cash in its books.
All right, just one point on that. I mean, this is a brand, in a way, brand business, right? Word of mouth. My colleague Rima highlighted the alumni, very strong and stellar lineup there. But you're saying Mr. Shah will remain at the helm of things?
Absolutely.
But yeah, but is there any incentive? He's selling the business, right? So is there any incentive for him to stay and kind of run it like he's run it all these years?
I think the first is to understand the person behind the organization. As you will see, the name of the company itself is his name. So it is just beyond money from his perspective. I've had long and deep conversations with him.
Okay.
He sees this as his brainchild,
Okay.
as anybody would, having created something of such stellar value.
Okay.
So this is just beyond the 24% that he will be able to encash at the end of 3 years.
Okay.
This is not so much about monetary value, but the fact of having created such an iconic brand in the country, and rightfully so, that he is very proud of it.
All right. Thank you very much. You know, would have loved to go into that point a bit more, but we're out of time. But congratulations, sir. It makes sense. Thank you so much for joining us with that.